Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, I want to ask a question, or answer a question, that an awful lot of you have been asking me over the past couple of months, and that is, Wassy, how much should I be paying for a booster box? Well, there is an easy answer, and there is a less easy answer, and I've made the easy answer a few times on this channel. The easy answer is that you get 36 packs in a booster box, that each pack costs $3.99, either $3.99 in the US or £3.99 in the UK, so you should be spending $143.64 or pounds on a booster box of Pokemon cards. But we also know it's not quite that simple. Now, when I'm giving you my advice here about how much you should be paying, there are a whole bunch of factors to bear in mind. I'm going to go through some of them here. I'll probably end up missing one or two little things. And also, we need to differentiate between sets which are still in print and sets which aren't. So if you take something like Evolving Skies, for instance, that is a new set which isn't even out yet, I've got a couple of websites I'm going to be using as examples. So on most UK websites, you can pre-order this for about £115-ish. Now, a US website which I can use for comparison here is Troll and Toad. Not endorsing them, not sponsored by them. They've just got them all listed and it makes life a bit easier. And they actually have a listing for $150, which is currently out of stock. But this is a new product, so it's a little bit weird. Because in the early days, about $115 sounds about right. That is a price I've seen pretty much everywhere. But then it's going to kind of go a little bit out of stock and creep back up towards RRP. But then there's likely to be a reprint, and when there is a reprint, it's going to then pop right back down probably to somewhere around 115-ish. I mean, if we look on eBay at the moment, over in American eBay, you're paying about $142.50 or $129, so about $130, $140 for a booster box of Evolving Skies. And that's about right, honestly. That is about what we would expect. So yeah, that's about right. So we're only going to start with, for this video, I can go back to older sets if we like in the future. But what we're going to be doing is looking at these Sword and Shield expansions and seeing roughly how much you should be paying for a booster box. So let's start off with Sword and Shield. Now, Sword and Shield is largely in stock on a lot of UK websites for about £140, for about RRP. That is about what you should be paying. Over on Troll and Toad, the US site I'm using as a comparison here, the Sword and Shield base set is currently being listed, currently being sold for $280. And what that basically tells us is that over in the US, it is, shall we say, well, it's not quite as in stock as we might like. Now, the other thing is, when you're looking around eBay and places, you do need to be very, very careful that you're not buying fake booster boxes. There are a bunch of them out there for like $40. That doesn't count. Having said that, if we go over to eBay and take a little bit of a look, there's not many buy it nows, and the ones that are up about $215. So over in the US, for a box of Sword and Shield, that's about how much you're going to be paying nowadays. And that is obviously a fair bit above recommended retail price, and the reason for this is extremely simple. It's out of stock. It's not there anymore. However, I can go over to the UK and I can be paying £143. Well, that's about RRP. And this is one of the factors you need to take into consideration, and it's why I'm looking at both UK and US when I'm going through this video here. Because actually, it's different. Different stock, different distributors, etc. It seems like Sword and Shield base set booster boxes are just much easier to pick up in the UK than they are in the US. Now, incidentally, buying a booster box over on UK eBay is going to set you back about $170, but like I've said, they are readily available on some of the bigger websites for $143, and when I'm showing you these prices, I'm talking about prices that are in stock. I'm not saying, well, they have been recently, I'm saying I can go right now and buy them. So, honestly, this is a time when being in the UK is better. But the one that really surprises me here is Rebel Clash. Rebel Clash is the second Sword and Shield expansion, and to be blunt, it's just not in stock. Like, really anywhere. Now, over in the UK, these websites I'm looking at, I can buy the other Sword and Shield sets. I can't buy Rebel Clash. Maybe I'm not looking right, maybe I'm being dumb, but as I look at the moment, I am having an awful lot of difficulty trying to find a sealed booster box of Rebel Clash for a decent price. Now, over on Troll and Toad, we're looking somewhere in the region of $175, and that is in stock available to buy, and that's not too bad considering. And Rebel Clash is a weird one to me. Rebel Clash is often seen, and honestly from both a collecting and playing standpoint rightly so, as the weakest of the Sword and Shield sets so far. Now incidentally, I did do a video a little while ago going through the Sword and Shield expansions and looking which ones were the best. I'll link that one in the description. I go through it in way more detail there than I've got time to here. But that is a set which is actually proving to be kind of awkward to get hold of. It is proving to be a little bit awkward. Now, over in the UK, I can still go online. I can go onto eBay right now, and I can buy a booster box for about 165 quid. What is kind of cool is over in the UK, and probably other places as well, to be honest, some shops get these half booster boxes, and to be fair, you can pick them up for like 60, 65 quid on eBay at the moment, so that's kind of interesting that you could basically buy two of them and that would be the equivalent of a booster box and you'd be paying below RRP. Although again, it is a half booster box, it is not the same as a full booster box. I don't know how the pool rates compare and I don't have 60 quid lying around right now to unfortunately test the theory. If we go over to US eBay, we can pick these booster boxes up for 170 quid. Now this is weird, because on the one hand, this is only a little bit above RRP, on the other hand, it is above RRP. And you've got this weird duality going on where, on the one hand, it's out of print it seems at the moment, places aren't getting new stock, it's quite hard to find, etc. That should be pushing the price up. On the other hand, it's Rebel Clash, and nobody really wants it. So you end up in this super awkward situation where, yeah, fine, you can pick it up only a little bit above RRP, but people didn't really want it at RRP, and it all becomes a little bit strange. Now, I think it's fair to say that Darkness Ablaze is a much more sought-after set. People want it a lot more. It is the Charizard set. It is the one where you can pick up those fancy Charizard cards. And I can pick this up in the UK at the moment, right now, for £134. That is in stock. That is ready to go. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I can pick it up just a little bit below RRP. Over in the US, not quite so lucky. You're paying about $200 on somewhere like Troll and Toad. So, a slight markup there. If we head on over to eBay, we can look at Darkness Ablaze booster boxes in the UK. And, yeah, you're below RRP. You know, the top two listings there, you're talking about £130 or about £125 time we build in a little bit there for postage. So this is interesting to me. Darkness Ablaze is a very sought after set. But essentially, you've got to look at how much it's sought after and how much the stock is there around. And honestly, Darkness Ablaze, although people want it for the chance of Charizards, and to be fair, it's a pretty good set overall, but the amount of stock there means we're selling a little bit below. Now over on US eBay, we can be picking these up right now for somewhere in the region of $170, $180. There are a couple buy it now that are there or thereabouts. So again, you're spending above RRP, and this is interesting. This is another set where you're going to be able to pick up a booster box more cheaply in the UK than you are in the US. So that $200 listing on Troll and Toad is starting to look not that far off, and a lot of the time shops will be a little more expensive than eBay. Not all the time, but that does sometimes happen because of overheads and name, because shops can charge a bit more because of their name, etc. So this is kind of interesting. But it seems like Darkness Ablaze is becoming quite difficult to pick up at RRP. Now, Vivid Voltage is an interesting case here, because for a while, Vivid Voltage was selling out everywhere and was frankly quite difficult to actually get hold of, because it's got the Pikachu, that Rainbow Rare Pikachu that everybody loves, and that means that it is a pretty sought-after set. It was selling out basically everywhere, but that's not really what's going on at the moment. Over in the UK, we can pick this up for £132 pretty easily. Over on Troll and Toad, it's being sold for just shy of $130 again, both below RRP. If we head on over to eBay in the UK, I can pick this up for £110 pretty easily. Again, eBay being a little bit cheaper than shops sometimes, because you don't have a name to trade on, you've got to be price competitive, things along those lines. And if we head on over to eBay in the US, we see a pretty similar thing going on here. I can pick up a booster box of Vivid Voltage for somewhere in the region of $130-ish. So again, we're a little bit below RRP, which of course is interesting with Vivid Voltage, because for a long time, Vivid Voltage was a set that everybody wanted because of the whole Chance of Chonky Pikachu. Now, it seems like the reprints have done their job, and we've been saying this all along, that the reprints would do their job, and that over time, more and more stock would come in and push the prices down. That seems to be exactly what's happening here. And then we get to Battle Styles. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into Battle Styles because we've kind of had this conversation in a video the other day. Battle Styles has really been hit by the abundance of supply and the fact that people as a whole are frankly not so jazzed about the set. You can pick it up online in the UK for £94. You can pick it up on Troll and Toad for under $100. And if we head on over to eBay, we're seeing similar kind of things. Booster boxes are available over in the UK for about £103, £104 over on eBay. This is an example of shops have gone so cheap that even though eBay is sometimes cheaper, there comes a point where shops can afford to charge a bit less than eBay. It's a little bit weird. Maybe we'll go more into detail one day. But over on eBay in the US, I can pick up booster box of this for about $90 plus postage. And we talked about this in a video the other day. Again, I'll link it in the description. But essentially what we're talking about here is just there was so much supply and the set is so just not lauded by fans at this stage, although I still contend it's a great set with lots of good playable cards and some really cool collecting cards. I think time is going to be a lot kinder to this set in terms of how good it is. But frankly, this is a very, very cheap set to be picking up at the moment. And then we've got Chilling Reign. Now, Chilling Reign is an awkward one because, of course, Chilling Reign is the new set. It's just come out. It is the one that is likely to have the most reprint of the ones we're looking at here. So you need to take this information with a little bit of a pinch of salt. But again, we're looking at a situation where it's the new set out. Supply is plentiful, and that is being reflected. The website we're using in the UK is selling it for about £119. The US website we're using is selling it for about $119. I do appreciate that they are the same number, although not the same value. Over on UK eBay, you can pick up a booster box for £100 or thereabouts. And over in the US, again, we are not paying RRP for this. We are paying, well, about $100, $120 time you build in postage and things of that nature. So the two most recent sets are both well under RRP at the moment. And there are a few reasons for that. First of all, with them being the most recent sets and Pokemon upping supply, there are more of them out there. Partly these sets are not as hyped as things like Vivid Voltage, the Pikachu set, or Darkness Ablaze, the Charizard set. But a lot of this is because they're the recent sets and supply is doing well. And it really is as simple as that. Supply is up, Pokemon are doing what they're doing, and prices are dropping. But remember, we looked at sets like Sword and Shield Base and like Rebel Clash, where even though they're not that old, it is already becoming, especially in the US, very difficult to pick these up for recommended retail price. You have been warned. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's happening to the Sword and Shield sets in terms of price. That's roughly how much you should be paying for a booster box in the UK and US. And I know that's only 2 countries. I know there are plenty of other countries out there. I'm sorry, but you've seen what I've done here, so you can find websites, look on eBay, etc., and find a similar thing yourselves. That is why things are like they are. But obviously, these sets like Battle Styles and Chilling Reign, they're not going to remain super cheap forever. There will come a time where they start creeping up above retail price, and they're out of print and all of that. So, you know, maybe if you want these, you jump on them sooner rather than later. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of this. I want to know how much you've been paying. I want to know which of these sets you're after. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.